Hello everyone. Today I'd like to tell you about the changes that have occurred in my family. It made me popular. Many people from school envy me, and I understand that all this is thanks to my dad. You will probably be surprised as much as I was because I had no idea that our life would turn out this way, but it happens. My name is Christina. Several years ago, my mom left our family. Dad and I did not even really understand what was going on. Dad said that they got married because of great love, that my mom honestly agreed to my father's proposal to marry him. But over the years, she got even more and more moody with him. She felt she was lacking freedom. But Dad was not strict. He let her go out to places with friends while he looked after me. And still, she did not like anything. So, as a result, when I was born, it was so much harder. After giving birth, my mom looked very unhappy, and it worried my dad, but she would not be herself anymore, and then it became even worse. When I got older, my dad thought that everything would work out. But still, there were all sorts of fights. I often saw how sad my mom was. There were days when she would not leave the room or talk with any of us. And when my dad left for work, we were alone, and she often talked on the phone with someone and said that they were her friends. Some of them came to our house. I did not like them at all because they often said things that upset my mother. When they would spend time at our house, I was not even allowed to leave my bedroom, even when I was hungry. Sometimes it lasted for a whole day. They always left before Dad's arrival, and there was no food left after them. The first thing my father did was hug me and then ask me what's going on. I said that I was hungry. He would get very angry, argue with my mother, asking why there was no food and why I was hungry. My mom would immediately start screaming loudly, then she would go to the bathroom. My dad would finally order me something to eat, and then we ate it with him. This would go on for several years. I was still a child back then, but then everything changed. I remember how Dad left for work once again. I had been attending school back then. When I came back, my mom's friends were at our house again. I did not even know their names. They came and talked about something, and then my mom disappeared in her bedroom and began to collect her things. Her friends were waiting for her in the hallway. I got so scared. I began to ask where she was going, but my mom was silent. I began to cry. I was very scared, and my mom came up to me and gave me the phone and told me to call my father as soon as she left, saying that no one was home. I thought that she would be back soon, that she left with friends or for work things. My mom left without even saying goodbye. She did not look me in the eyes. She just closed the door and I did not see her ever again. I waited for her for about an hour, but then I called my father. I told my dad that mom was gone and he rushed home from work as quickly as he could. Dad was asking me how it all happened and I told him everything. Then he took the phone and began to call mom, but she did not answer. Then Dad sat down on the floor and cried bitterly. I began to try and calm him down, but he hugged me tightly and said that my mom had left us. These words were like a stab in the back. For a long time afterwards, I could not believe that she did this to us. I waited for her every day. I continued to go to school, and now Dad left work earlier. I spent my days sitting in my bedroom all day waiting for her. Finally, when I realized that she left our family, I began to believe it all happened because of me. And then I did not want to see or talk to anyone. I started skipping school. I just stayed at home. I did not want to talk to my dad. I did not want to do anything at all. Dad begged me not to get sad over this, but I could not control it. Almost a year passed like that. My dad began to have difficulties at work, and then he was fired from his job because he now left earlier because of me. It became even harder for us to live by. We did not know how to continue at all. All attempts to find another job were unsuccessful because it was required that Dad was at work all day, and he could not do that because of me. One evening, when we ran out of money altogether, I cried bitterly. Dad saw it and tried to calm me down, and then he cried himself. I thought that this was it, that this was the end. My father knew that I adore sewing outfits for my dolls, so he decided to cheer me up and we sat down to make them. The whole night passed unnoticed and we had a lot of fun. Then Dad put me to bed, and when I woke up, there was a beautiful dress hanging on the chair. It was for me. I was so surprised as to where it came from because we had no money to buy anything. Then my dad came in and said that he did it all for me. You don't know, but I used to use the sewing machine. This was my hobby. Then I gave this up, but now I want to remember everything again, he said. Dad took out a sewing machine, some fabrics from the closet, and then began to sew. Together we came up with models of skirts, dresses, and t-shirts for me. I liked the outfits so much that I wanted to show them off to everyone, so I started going to school in them. On the first day, people surrounded me and began to ask me where I got such a cool dress, and I said that my father did it. Everyone began to praise him and compliment me. When I came home from school, a different outfit was waiting for me, and so I changed them almost every day. Words of admiration from different people lifted up my spirits. I began to study better and went to school every day. And then the idea to create our personal Instagram account came to me. Dad took me as a model and I modeled the outfits. And then an incredible thing happened. We got so many followers. We became very popular. Dad continued to make clothing, and then one fine day, our neighbors came to us. They found out about our situation and brought us food, and then they started ordering clothing for their children from my dad. It brought us good money, even more than Dad earned before. We were finally happy, and Dad had orders every day. And then people who learned about us online also began to come to us. After about half a year, we made a special workshop for my father at our house. And then when my school break began, I asked my dad to teach me how to use the sewing machine, and we began to work together. It was amazing. Of course, it was very difficult, especially at first, but I knew it was worth it. I sewed the first outfit myself, and everything turned out the way I wanted. It was a light blue short summer dress with thin straps. My dad was so proud of me, and then he sewed himself a t-shirt from the same fabric, and we began to wear that paired outfit. The pictures of us actually inspired so many people, and Dad told in the comments that he does not regret that everything turned out this way, because, having lost his job, he now found the time for his favorite hobby, which his beloved daughter also likes now. Moreover, it provided a decent income. Dad always tells everyone that there is nothing more important than the relationship between him and I. Of course, I still think of my mom sometimes. I feel sad that she's not here. But on the other hand, my dad was always able to replace her and give me a lot more. Now I can say with great confidence that everything that is not done is for the better, and we don't need anything more. So what do you guys say? What would you do if you were in my place? Do you think it's worth finding my mom after all? And tell us how you spend time with your parents. My name is Lindsay, and I will say this right away, I really love school, and not only because I'm interested in learning new things, but also because I see my friends at school, and we have fun, and we joke a lot, and chat about everything we can think of. School was my favorite place until one terrible situation happened, and I will tell you about it now. I am 17 years old, and I'm a senior. My parents sent me to school early, because from my childhood, I was a very smart kid, and at the age of 5 and by the age of 5, I knew the alphabet and could count. Learning was really easy for me, and I was aiming at a 4.0 GPA confidently. For me, it became a kind of a goal, because I really wanted to receive a reward for my work. I studied, learned the languages, took extra classes, and was the first in my class. A photo of me hung among other high school students on the wall of honor. Everything was perfect until a very new student came to our class. Lily came to our city from New York, and she immediately attracted a lot of attention. She was a city girl, very fashionable and beautiful. She seemed to have stepped off the covers of fashion magazines. Lily was that perfect. At first, Lily was quiet and did all the assignments diligently and answered only when she was asked to, and was not really friends with anyone. It seemed that a very shy girl was hiding behind her bright appearance. Our class and teachers supported the new girl in every possible way, trying to make her fit into the team and not feel like a stranger. A few weeks later, Lily felt more confident and became more active in classes, and she became friends with other guys. Lily and I did not become good friends. Our communication was limited only to the greetings, but something suggested that my new classmate would still show her true face. It all started with the math competition. It was my favorite subject, and I enjoyed preparing for it. All my past years, I've represented the school in competitions and Olympiads, and I won all the prizes. This year would have been no exception if not for Lily. Our teacher, Mrs. Johnson, made the roll call as usual and joyfully announced the date of the Olympiad. Someone clapped and someone defiantly rolled their eyes. Mrs. Johnson asked loudly who would be participating. Everyone turned in my direction. They already knew the answer, and I happily raised my hand. And when suddenly I heard Lily's voice behind me, who also expressed a desire to participate. The class gasped in surprise because every year there were no other applicants except me. I turned around and saw Lily grinning and realized that by doing so she was challenging me. For some reason, the teacher was pleased with this outcome and happily wrote down a new participant in the notebook. Since then, Lily and I began the Cold War. At first, she pretended that she could not see well and asked to sit in my seat in the front row. The teacher allowed her to do it. Then she invited everyone on her birthday at a local cafe, and from the whole class, I was the only one who was not invited. Well, the last straw was when that Lily began to spend more time with my close friends, and worst of all, they liked to spend time with her. I felt so betrayed. It seemed to me that the whole class was against me, and that from a popular and excellent student, I gradually was turning into a loser. The only thing I had in my hands was a possible victory in the Olympiad, and I diligently prepared for math, reading and solving exercises for days. A week before the test, I, as usual, came and laid everything out on my desk. My classmates were gradually filling the room and the teacher came in. The bell rang and the roll call began. Calling my last name, the teacher said loudly with a smirk, "Oh, Miss Lindsay, are you in class too? Doesn't losing the crown upset you much? You see, there are people who are smarter and better than you. Don't be arrogant, my dear." I was so lost. The whole class turned to look at me, and those guys whom I called my friends and whom I always helped just laughed in my face. But the most important and annoying thing was that there she was, a happy Lily, who was smiling at me. I was about to answer the teacher, but then I felt that I was about to cry, so I ran out of the classroom. Running into the toilet, I burst into tears. It was not clear to me what was happening and why everything became so bad with the arrival of Lily. Even the teacher allows herself such statements in my address. I lost my friends, their respect, and all this in less than a couple of weeks. And no one spoke to me, and I did not even know what my fault was. After calming down and waiting for the end of the lesson, I went to the classroom to get my backpack. I knew that everyone would go to PEs, so I just wanted to take my things and go home. And least of all, I wanted to see my classmates. Coming closer to the classroom and at the very door, I involuntarily overheard the conversation. It was a conversation between our teacher and Lily, and they were talking about me. The teacher gloated that I ran away and promised Lily that I would not win the Olympiad and that Lily would become the ultimate champion. She laughed and said that their plan was working and only the final touch remained. I was so shocked. Pulling myself together, I quietly turned on the phone and I filmed the rest of their conversation. Arriving home, I sadly told my mother about my problems. My mom was very upset but supported me and said that if it was that hard for me, then she would transfer me to another school. Then I showed her the video I filmed of the two of them, not knowing what to do with it. Seeing this, my mother froze in surprise. She got up from the sofa and began to pace the room, nervously fiddling with her jacket. And then, gathering her courage, she loudly declared that she knew the reason for this whole situation. And all of it was because of herself. Mom sat down next to me and told me the story from which the whole puzzle began to slowly take shape. At school, my mom was an excellent student and was a member of the women's football team and was friends with the captain. They were inseparable as sisters. Everything was fine until the captain broke her leg during one of the training sessions and she was unable to participate in the competitions. They took my mom to replace her and left her as a captain, although she resisted. Mom's friend was terribly offended, and after that incident she stopped talking to my mom forever. And the most interesting thing is that the same friend is now my teacher. And after so many years, she decided to take revenge on my mother through me. The next day, my mom went to school to meet with my teacher and her ex-girlfriend. I don't know what they were talking about, but after that, our teacher wrote a letter of resignation. I think my mom threatened to release that video of their conversation. After that, everything fell into its place. Lily became quiet and my classmates again wanted to be friends with me. But this whole situation showed me who is who, and I focused only on studying, successfully graduated from high school, won all the competitions, and was invited to the best business school in the country. And most importantly, there was a person in my life who always was next to me in difficult moments, and that person was my mother. So guys, take care of your mothers and appreciate them and say that you love them more often. If you like this story, then press the like button and write us something in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe.